Thank you all for clicking our upload. We're back out here in the shop today. I'm putting the MD3 right rear quarter panel onto the car. I just got done cutting it down to length. Cut a little bit off the bottom, a little bit off the end. You can just use a pair of shears and cut it. Cuts pretty easy. It's not too bad to work with. This will be my first time running one of these quarter panels. Now Chad, we've put scat on his and we ran the MD3 stuff. Seem to like the MD3 stuff, so we're gonna put it on mine. I've always been just running the metal quarter panels, but we're gonna put a plastic one on mine this year and see if that don't help out my situation a little bit, because I'm all the time ripping it off the wall. So I got it cut down to size like I said there a second ago, and I'm gonna get it thrown up on here in a minute and put you guys up on tripod and let you watch. I don't think it looks too bad. Once I get the quarter braced out and the door braced out, then I'll trace the wheel well out. But for now, we're gonna leave it like that. Finally switched over to these MD3 quarters, even though we've been putting them on Chad's car for a while, the last couple of years. And putting them on this. One, if you've seen how many times I knocked that right rear quarter off the wall last year, it was so much easier when we was fixing Chad's when he had this plastic. And it held up a lot better than the metal didn't rip out and stuff like it did. Just to make it life simpler at the track, hopefully fixing repairs and stuff, make it simpler. Need to figure out how to do a deck piece out of that, like a pre-made deck piece. That'd be pretty sweet, put that in there. But I eventually thought about doing the whole body, but I haven't yet. They make a nose now, and then you can do all the doors and quarters, but I don't know. I was thinking about getting the nose, then we decided to go against it and just build our own, because we already had the metal, and we didn't have to spend more money. And that's kind of the reason why we didn't do all the doors and quarters either, because we already had the metal, and it's just easier to use what you have than spend money. But we are getting there slowly, starting to look like a race car again. I did pick up some parts for the abandoned car. It is in the box right there. My kids draw it all over. It says Speedway. And then we have some more parts to go on this. We got all the heims in the bags for the rear end to change all the heims out. We have bearings for our bird cages. Heims for our front end. We got to check the ball joints yet. We got new rotors for front and back. We got brake pads coming. The motor's here. I don't know if I said that in the last episode or not. The motor's here, but Chad's taking it to Florida with him, so it's going to be a while before we put it in. I still have to take my transmission to get rebuilt. I gotta get a hold of Johnny sometime and have it rebuilt. He's the one that did it, and he's the one I bought it off of, that we got it from, and it's one of the best transmissions I've ever had, so I'm gonna take it back to him and have it redone. But we are getting there, so I need to go pick the abandoned car up yet. I just haven't had time, but we're getting there. So the bottom end of the abandoned car is up at my father-in-law's. I need to go bring it down now and go through it, because all the gaskets for the motors in there. There's new valves in there. I gotta get valve springs yet because I didn't have them. What else I need? I don't know. There's something else I needed. I don't remember what it was now. I'll think of it as soon as I stop the video. But get it so we can get the motor set down in the abandoned car and get it fired up. But that's another day. So we got to get it here first. But we do got the parts coming in for that. I have the A-pillars put on both sides now. And I got the bracing on them. So I just used last year's piece of bracing, but it makes it really stiff and they don't break off as bad. So put that on there. Not really sure where I left off at in the last video. My kids come out and we started playing and stuff. So I got the driver's side put on. I think the last thing I showed you was the A-pillars, but I got all the cell panel and everything put on the driver's side. I just got to cut out that when I set it down on the ground, cut the wheel well out. But I have all of it put on. Still got to build the spoiler back here. I'm undecided whether I want to go with a black spoiler or a white spoiler. I haven't decided yet, but I got to take the front bumper off. We don't have a loop for that one because I damaged it, or I can just put that loop in it, but I'm just going to put a whole new front bumper on it. And we're going to switch out the front bumper. I have to put my bracing up here for the nose, the top of the nose yet, and then this will kind of roll down a little bit once I make the pieces to go down the side to roll it. But as far as that, I wasn't 100% sure where I left off. I got busy hanging out with my kids and playing with them. So that's where we're at so far. This is the progress on the nose piece so far. Kind of see how I got my bend in it. It's been a little bit more than I got it because of the vice grips, but you kind of see how I'm gonna put my bend in it. The nose, I made this top piece where I'm just gonna be able to be removable to work on everything in there suspension wise. And you'll have this piece here and the bar will come out here and run up and around and through. The pieces that I come down on the inside right here, some people just use aluminum angle like you use on the bottom of your doors and stuff. Some people use metal. I use metal just for a simple fact. At the track, it's just easy to beat out, remove, and do what you need to do to get your car back on the track. Because honestly, these noses on these things just fold right up anyway. They're not much of a nose. They just fold right up and don't take much of a hit anyway. So get that done. I got the side pieces here made. Go up there. Can't get my phone back by myself far enough. Go up there just kind of like that. I'm getting there slowly, designing it just a tad bit different than I usually do. For the most part, it's still pretty well the same. It's just the bumper itself is a little bit different, but the metal's the same, so if I ever put the other one back on, it'll bolt right back up. So we'll go from there on that. And all I think I'm changing, because that's the original bumper, I'm just changing how the hoop goes through it. So that's about it. Now we're talking. I really ought to make a longer bumper and bring that out some more. I've come out a couple more inches, but that's the original bumpers for the cord. Just keep using that style. I think it's looking pretty good. So I got the bottom piece right here, drawn out onto a leftover piece of metal, a really old leftover piece of metal, so I couldn't hardly get the plastic peeled off of it. But at least that's the back side, you'll never see it. The pink lines is what I gotta cut. And then the blue lines is what I gotta bend. So then we're gonna cut that out, bend it, and get her stuck on that. And hope like heck that I drew it out right and did it right. Because I don't wanna cut a new sheet, and that's the biggest sheet I have. You ever do something and you're like, man, I can make that a little bit better? Well, that piece I made, I ended up adding a little extra up here. So I was wanting it to come up a little bit farther. Well, then I'm like, what if I cut that in about 6 inches off, bend a 90 here, which I did, and then rebend it here, because this was the original top, rebend it here, and I'll strengthen this up, it'd be 3 pieces. Be a little bit stronger. So that's what I did, changing plans. I do that stuff a lot. But yeah, it's a good thing I put a little extra on there to change my plans. So I got the piece put on the nose, and this is what the final product looks like. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But I like it. Here's from the other side. I still gotta do these sides on the hood yet. Done the sides and the spoiler. So gotta figure out what color I want the spoiler, and then I gotta make the pieces here. And we'll be pretty well complete. Car's looking pretty good. I'm enjoying it. The kids has got the wrap picked out already. I let them pick out every year what they want on it. I don't really care what goes on it, and I just like going out on the track and having fun, and it gets them into it and involved. So they enjoy it, I enjoy it. But after we get the sides of the hoods on, I'll set it down and make the bracing for the bottom of the doors. Make all that, and then I'll cut the wheel wells out, and that will finish up the body after that. That's gonna do it for this video. I got some Christmas stuff I gotta do tonight with the family. So if you guys haven't already, go down and hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you think, and as always, I'll catch you guys on the next one.